Peace, family. Welcome back to the channel. In today's society, men are more lonely than ever before. Men are truly struggling with dealing with their own loneliness, and they're asking them questions like, does anybody really care about me? Does society care about me? Does anybody care that I'm hurting in the inside, that I'm suffering, that I'm in pain, that I'm living this life of quiet desperation? And truthfully, it's a big problem. It's a huge epidemic of male loneliness, and we're going to talk about it today. So, guys, I have been there before. I know there's been times in my life where I felt like I had nobody that could relate to me. You know, I had no friends. My family wasn't around. They weren't supporting me. They weren't there for me. And I was just on a journey of just trying to overcome my own loneliness and trying to find out who I was as a man and how to find my place in society. And, you know, sometimes it's battling your own confidence too. So I know men, man, right now they are truly hurting on the inside, a lot of them, because with society being the way it is, majority of women, they feel like they don't really care about men's problem. You know, they're like, honestly, they're narcissistic, they're delusional, and they want to live in their own reality. They just want to get whatever they can out of men, and they want to use men to benefit themselves. So what tends to happen is, if you can't provide anything for that woman, they're not going to want to be around you as a man. And most men, let's keep it 100, most men are just average, bro. That's just the reality. Majority of men are average. Majority of men don't make a huge amount of money. Majority of men aren't that attractive. So as an average man, they're going to end up being lonely because women have a lot of options these days. So that, along with the fact that men are dealing with confidence issues, they really get to this question, does anybody really care about me right now? My mom, you know, sometimes their parents can't relate to you. They don't understand what you're going through because they live in a different time period as where, you know, our generation, our society right now is completely different than 50 years ago. They didn't have social media. They didn't have all these apps and stuff like that. So men, they can't have anybody that relates to them. They're truly struggling with having people that they can develop a bond with, and they have social anxiety. So they feel like nobody really cares. And I know as a man, it gets difficult. It gets really, really difficult because you're trying to find your place, but you don't know where to even begin. And I think that women, they really should be more empathetic, and they really should have a little bit more empathy for men, because those men are helping society be a better place majority of the time. So a lot of these women, they don't understand that men, we do make the world go round. Without men and women, we wouldn't have the society that we have nowadays. But they only see the select men. They only see that one guy that might be elite, that one guy that's handsome, the one guy that's at the top of the top. And they don't see that average guy. They don't see that guy that's out there truly struggling and hurting. So because a lot of these women don't see that average guy, he's virtually invisible. He's virtually invisible, man. And that's why they feel like nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about whether I'm here or not. And that's why a lot of them, they want to self-delete. They don't want to live on this. They don't want to live no more because they feel like whether they're here or they're not here, they're not making an impact in life. They don't have a purpose. They're not feeling like they're changing society. So they feel like, what's the point of being here? And that's why men are really, really battling so many different issues right now. And it's a journey. Men have a journey right now of trying to go back to originally finding their meaning. They just want to find, what's my meaning in life? What's my purpose in life? But they can't get there, man. It's difficult. I don't think that men really want to live like this, but I think they're forced to live like this a lot of times, because what options do they have if they can't find a woman? They don't have too many options. They either have to pay for it, or they have to just accept being just lonely, and that's where we're at right now. So most men have accepted, I'm lonely, you know, to satisfy their sexual needs. They might hop on the hub, they might hop on there, rub one out, and, you know, just live life like that. And it's a crazy life when men are doing that. But at some point, you get to a point to where, like, you know, you're lonely, you know you're sad, and you know you get depressed. So that's why these men are getting depressed and are truly hurting on the inside, and they're asking the question, does anybody care? Does anybody really care? I think if you're watching this video, it's important, especially here at Men Are Needed. That's why we developed this bond. That's why we developed this community, so that men can leave comments, so men can join the brotherhood, a community to where we're gonna speak on these issues and just try to get the message out that men are hurting, that men are needed, and that together we can try to make a change. We can try to help men out. And if worst comes to worst, we understand what you're going through. We understand the pain. We understand the loneliness, and there's really a lot of things that we could change in society, but it's hard when one man is trying to do it himself. We need to collectively come together and try to just support one another so that more of these messages can get out. So if you could share this message, if you could hit the subscribe button, if you hit the like button, so that we can keep getting the word out, so we can keep trying to help men and eventually develop a community so that we can come together and we can just share our experiences. You can leave a comment, and hopefully there's a guy down here in this community that will uplift you and tell you, bro, I understand you're lonely. Men, we don't really truly feel like people care about us. Majority of the time it's always men that get left behind, and women, they're the ones that are going to get saved. Most men don't get saved. We have nobody coming to help us. We're out here alone. We're out here trying to do it ourselves, and we need a brotherhood, bro. We need a community. And I know it's hard to develop a brotherhood because sometimes you don't have people that are like-minded. You don't have people that can understand you, or they're just on a different vibration as you. So, they don't have to be in your life forever, but you might just need one message telling you, hey, bro, I hear what you're saying. I've been there. I felt like nobody cared. I felt like society doesn't care. And the reality is most people don't. Most people don't care about these issues. That's why most people just overlook these topics. Most women are quick to just blame men. Most women just will say, well, that's your problem. You guys figure it out. And most men generally will say the same thing too. Well, you're only lonely because you're this, that, you're that. When it's not truly the case when you look at it. A lot of these men are trying the best that they can, but at the same time, they don't know where to start with self-improvement. And that's why here at Men Are Needed, we're trying to push this message out that you have to self-improve. And we continually talk about a variety of topics that help men become the best men that they possibly can be, because men need to be in this society. Men need to keep producing positive masculinity. We need it for the next generation. We need positive influences, and we need to take back our masculinity and rise up to be the men that we are designed to be. Because with God backing us and God showing us the way, bro, together we can overcome this loneliness. Together we can overcome this battle and continue to strive to be the best men in society. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Peace.